School funding, we know, is part of the proposed budgets from the Texas House and Senate that we got them for the next 2 years.
And politics reporter Jack Fink with what lawmakers are hoping to do with a nearly $24 billion surplus.
There's new money proposed for public schools and teacher pay raises and property tax relief. There's also a plan to use taxpayer dollars so some students can attend private school. And while there's a lot of disagreement over that, there are a lot of areas where lawmakers are in sync.
I'm happy to see that there's money in there for public education. I'm happy to see that there's money in there for cybersecurity and for healthcare expansion.
Vice Chair of the House Democratic Caucus, State Representative Mihaela Plisa of Dallas, says she's pleased both the Texas House and Senate have proposed about $5 billion in new money for public schools. That includes an extra $4,000 for all public school teachers and an additional $6,000 for rural educators. There's also about $6.5 billion in additional money of property tax relief on top of what was passed 2 years ago. That may include increases in the homestead exemption from $100,000 to $140,000 for most homeowners. Seniors would get more. Republican State Senator Kelly Hancock praises this proposal.
So I think it's a great start, and what we've got to find is the fairest and most equitable way to return people's money to them. But
there's disagreement over the $1 billion proposed in each budget for taxpayer-funded education savings accounts, so some students can attend private schools.
Well, it's going to be $1 billion fight. So we need to make sure that when we're talking about taxpayer money, that's your money, that's our constituents' money, that has accountability to it, that has some oversight to it.
I'm glad to see at the $1 billion mark because, I'd heard numbers around 500 million, 700 million. The governor and I spoke a couple of weeks ago. And, my concern that I expressed to him is that, we've fought so hard for school choice. And so I just want to make sure that it's robust enough.
This disagreement over school choice or vouchers, depending on your opinion of them, will likely be the biggest battle this legislative session. The Senate will pass it just like last session, and in the House, Governor Abbott has said he now has the votes to get it passed as well. In the meantime, both chambers have each proposed spending $6.5 billion on border security, not additional money as we've seen in prior years, but enough to keep current operations going as the state waits to see how the Trump administration ramps up its efforts to secure the border. Jack Fink, CBS News, Texas.